All right, welcome everybody to the semi-final of the New Brunswick U13 AA Provincials. We have the Fredericton Outlanders once again up against the Sussex Rangers. This will be a rematch from the Day of Champions that took place in Hampton, New Brunswick a couple of days ago. For those of you watching on my Bobski YouTube, I'm going to pull back for a minute. As you can see in front of me, this is Goatee Sports. We will be also broadcasting on their feed. They obviously have a much more polished setup than me, so I would direct you over there if you'd like. I'll keep this just for doing my highlight reels and everything else, and I'll try to pay attention to both. But for the most part, if you want a more polished setup, I would advise heading over there to Goatee Sports. If you want to follow me along on Bobski, feel more than free. This, once again, is a rematch between these two teams. Last time Sussex came out on top, securing their league championship for the West Side. The West Side of New Brunswick, very represented here for the Final Four of the Provincials. We have the Fredericton Outlanders, Fredericton Ice Dogs, and Sussex Rangers from our side of things. On the east side, we still have the Louisville Lightning standing. They will be playing the Ice Dogs here later today. So the Outlanders' road to today. They were a steady team all year round. Before Christmas, they were top two. After Christmas, they remained top two. They were able to go to a shootout win over KV to get themselves into the Day of Champions. At the Day of Champions, they came up against Sussex. Here in this tournament, they were able to beat the Vikings team. Then they had a tie against KV, and last night they were able to pull off the win against Louisville to get themselves here into the semifinals. The road for Sussex, far less clean. Sussex won their first game against the Shediac Prédateurs, fell to the Ice Dogs, and then also fell to the Navigators up north. But due to the conversion of doing some crazy math, it's total goals divided by goals scored, etc., etc., that was able to get us the numbers to get into today, and that gets us into the semifinal against a longtime rival, the Outlanders. So we should have one heck of a matchup today. I'm sure the Outlanders would love to avenge their loss. Sussex is back up against a familiar opponent, and Nolan Anderson will be leading us off on this side of things. I think on this side it looks like Cash Zink is likely the goalie. I believe Hill played yesterday, but they haven't been going with the standard rotation, I don't think. I think Zink played 2 of the games. So I think they're just going with the hot hand over the Outlander side of things. So we'll see as the game starts who's actually starting in net. The leading scorers for the Outlanders, they don't have anybody totally jumping off the page here. 3 goals for Lincoln Smith would be leading the goals. Parker McIntosh with 2, Jace Blythe with 2, Hudson Horncastle with 2. On our side of things, similar, Emmett Tabor, he's 3rd in the Provincials right now for scoring, but he only has 5 points. That's 3 goals, 2 assists. So both teams, not a huge goal-scoring guy out there. It's kind of spread throughout the team. We're 7 seconds away from getting underway. Again, anybody tuning in on the Bobski feed, I feel like I'm kind of treating you like the second child here, so you might have more luck tuning into. It's go-t-sports on YouTube, and you'll find that feed there. And anybody on Goatee Sports that would like to in the future check out Bobski, see some old Sussex games or anything, it's just Bobski Sports will be the top thing that comes up on YouTube. Again, I was pretty excited in that 3rd period yesterday of that last game on the Sussex side of things. I was realizing the plus-minus situation was really going to come into play, and when we pulled our goalie, I was quite concerned, but everything worked out how it should, and here we are, Sussex versus the Outlanders. We're going to have Jay Cunningham, Felix, Travis, and Cohen Butcher out there. We got Wood, McMahon, or just Man, and I'm not sure who's on the far side. On D for the Sussex team, Rhett Proctor back from injury yesterday. He had a kind of unfortunate fall. He was about 3 inches, his knee was about 3 inches from the ice when another guy kind of came down on it. He sat out the last game yesterday, but he's back today. I'm hoping he's feeling good. We're just gonna test him out, see how he feels. Here we are, puck is dropped and we're underway. Puck comes back to Pat, moves up for Hill. Hill comes into the zone, he's trying to weave in there. West Haver gets a stick on it. Felix Travis coming out of the zone. Felix crossing center, getting harassed. Gets over to the side. Good stick work there by Hill. Outlanders get it, move it up the board, stopped by Jay Cunningham. Jay Cunningham puts it back behind. Pat picks it up. Cunningham, over for Butcher, misses. Butcher chips it over to Felix. Felix can take a look, puts it back to Butcher. Butcher back to the point for Rhett Proctor, fires it in. Felix again on the sidewall, tries to get over Cunningham, cut off by a Fredericton player. Here they come, man up the wood. Cunningham, tied up by Wall, throws it right into his bench. 14:07 remaining in the first period. We have a 0-0 hockey game. Face off down in the Sussex zone. Desjardins out there. Jace Blythe, McIntosh for the Fredericton team. Emmett Tabor, Cooper Gregg, and Sawyer. They've changed up the lines a little bit. The Merchant has been on this line for some time. Jack Merrill comes around the board, picks it up, moves it up for Sawyer. Sawyer throws it out the middle. Outlanders able to throw it down in. Cooper Gregg, Cooper over for Jack, picked up by Desjardins. Penalty coming up, I believe it was an action behind the net. I wasn't really paying attention to it. No, it's just the net's off.
Just the net's off.
Just the net's off, no penalty coming up. Puck's dropped. Sawyer Tremlett. Sawyer just shovels it over, probably go down for an icing. Icing, face off back in the Sussex zone. Chase Blythe still at center for Fredericton. He's up against Parker McIntosh. Nate Adair with him. O'Neill. Siddick tries to get it out. It's stopped at the line there by Nielsen. He throws it back in. Blythe with it. Blythe gets taken down pretty hard there. Puck or stick goes flying. Nate Adair behind the net. Looking like Felix back there. Moves it over. Nielsen loses the puck. I think this is Siddick. Siddick up for McIntosh. McIntosh gets put into the corner here. Rhett Proctor moves up for Nate Adair. Nate's got the puck. Fredericton gets possession, throws it back up. Nate Adair gets it once again. Desjardins with it. Back for Rhett Proctor. Rhett looking for Chase Rhett. Gets cut off. Bouncing pucks. Owen Butcher gets a stick on it. Here comes Felix, he's in the zone. Felix weaving through. Siddick was able to break it up, but Felix gets it back. Gets it over for Owen Butcher. Butcher over for Jay Cunningham, picked off there by, I think, Horncastle. Swatted in there by Jack Merrill. Jack takes a shot, goes off a leg or something, bounces into the corner. Cunningham. Felix picks it up. Puck's underneath the goalie. No goal. 12:01 remaining of the first period. 0-0 hockey game. Still confused at what happened there. It was kind of under the goalie. I thought it was in the net.
I think it just got stuck under his pad.
Just under it. Cunningham. Back to West Tabor. West puts it up for Felix. Hat. Hat up to man. Hat goes off a shin. It's offside. 4:42 remaining of the first period. Scoreless hockey game. Walker Wood on the draw up against Emmett Tabor. Walker Wood tries to drop it back. Ryan DeMerchant picks it up. Hat's able to break up the play. Goes the other way. West Tabor gets it. Wood's in the zone. He gets back on side. Race going on here. Sawyer's first one to touch it. Comes over for Jack Merrill. Jack moves it up for Ryan DeMerchant. Here comes Emmett Tabor. Nice little poke there by Hat, and he puts him offside. Brady Dugay's got the puck, leaves it for the linesman. 11:16 remaining of the first period. Still scoreless. Face off out in the neutral zone. Fredericton team changes it up. Blythe on the draw now. He's up against Emmett Tabor. Desjardins got it. Connor Desjardins brings it into the zone. Loses the puck. Brett Proctor. Brett loses it to the middle. Chase Blythe. Chase still got it. McIntosh picks it up. McIntosh shoots. Stopped there by Cooper Gregg, who puts the puck behind him though to Desjardins. Desjardins gets it, tries to move it towards the net, but stopped again by Sawyer Tremblay. Here comes another attempt by Fredericton, another little poke. Puck gets put up over the net. McIntosh picks it up in the corner. Moves it down low. Rep Proctor swings it around up for Sawyer. Sawyer looking to the middle. Put in by Blythe. Desjardins with it. Desjardins 2 goals on the tournament. Nolan knocks it down in front of him. Emmett Tabor with it. Emmett able to carry it out of the zone. Gets into their zone. Loses the puck. Backhands it back deeper into the zone. Ryan DeMerchant looking for options. Shot in. Here comes McIntosh. McIntosh just throws it in, goes for a line change. Desjardins still in deep. Puck moved up for Nate Adair. Nate Adair over for Cohen Neal. Misses the pass. Shediac. Jack Merrill. Jack Merrill over for Shea Surratt. Shea Surratt shovels it in. Picked up by Fredericton. Fredericton tries to get it out. Isn't quite able to. Does now. Nolan's just going to go for the safe cover. Face off down the Sussex zone. 9:30 remaining in the first period. 0-0. Lincoln Smith on the draw. Again, he's the lead goal scorer for this Fredericton team. He's up against Jay Cunningham from Sussex. Puck pops out. Cunningham with it. Cunningham flubs on it, gets it back to himself. Felix Travis. Felix tries to chip it in, goes up into the bench of the Fredericton team. 9:17, first period, scoreless game. Smith still out there. Smith wins it back. Cunningham. Cunningham takes the shot, hits the defenseman in front of him. Horncastle. Horncastle's trampled over Abram Davis. Hugh Connolly with it. That's Luke Bengay there, trying to move it up the boards. Felix Travis. Felix looking for options, throws it back into the middle, into traffic. Lots of black shirts there, they're able to get it out. comes Rhett Proctor. Rhett. He's looking okay on that leg. I know he was hurt pretty bad. Lincoln Smith carrying it out. Moves up to Man. Man just runs right over Rhett. Here comes Ryan the Merchant. Ryan's got Sawyer with him. Sawyer's got it. Sawyer shoots. Nice save. Cash Zink in net. Big save by Cash Zink. Here comes Man. Emmett Tabor loses the puck. Grady Dugay's got it. Penalty coming up. Penalty on the on the Fredericton Outlanders team. It is their captain. Interference called on him. That's Luke Hatt. 7:28 remaining of the first period. Scoreless hockey game. Man advantage for the Sussex team. Cunningham, Butcher, Felix out there. Comes back to Cooper Gregg. Cooper Gregg tries to move it up. Moves it to the other team. Jack Merrill's got it. Jack hits the brakes. Jack moves it up for Jay. Jack and Jay will be spring teammates as well for the Yeti up here in the Moncton area. Shot over the net. Puck's out front. Desjardins moves it over. Still loose puck. Over to Felix. Felix up to Butcher. Again, this is a power play for the Sussex team. Back behind the net again. Out for Butcher. Butcher back to Felix. Not much time or space. Over to Cunningham. Cunningham back to Shea Surratt. Shea's loading up, throws it in. Butcher tries to redirect, but isn't able to get stick on it. Jack Merrill with it now. Jack moves it over to Butcher. Fredericton's able to get it and get it out of their zone. Puck's moved up for Cunningham. Cunningham gains the zone. Tries to drop it for Felix. Just a little miscommunication. They went the other way. Up for Jay. Jay going wide, trying to drive wide. Good job by Fredericton, not letting them do it. It's Hugh Connolly. Jay finds a spot he likes, shoots, scores. Gets through the 5-hole on Cash. Jay Cunningham with the goal. Replay coming up on GoT Sports.
I missed it.
Oh, well, it was a big shot by Jay. Cash Zink got most of it, and it was just able to kind of get down between his legs and trickled through. And that gives the Rangers a 1-goal lead at the 5:55 mark of the first period. Parker McLaughlin out there against Lincoln Smith. Again, Lincoln Smith leads his team. Referee got in the way a little bit there. Thrown in. Pat moves it up. Abram Davis puts it in deep. Oh, Brett's running into some traffic there. Davison battling. Horncastle helping him out. Parker finds it. Just throws it off the boards high. Not enough on it to go for an ice. Pat has it. Back in his zone. He's looking up for Horncastle. Gets the pass to Horncastle. Horncastle drops it off to Lincoln Smith. Lincoln Smith gains the zone. Puts it around Shea Surratt, who bumps him off the puck. Nielsen just throws it out wide. Nobody there, but it's out of our zone. Puck goes across. Horncastle. Horncastle. Jack Merrill with it. Jack Merrill, across center. Jack still going. He's going to say he's going to have a hard time getting that pass across. 4 shirts there. Puck still loose. Merchant gets a hold of it, gets kind of brought down, stopped on the line by Emmett Tabor. Emmett Tabor still possessing it, throws it out. Horncastle gets it with a foot. Horncastle has it now. Here comes Horncastle the other way. Chips it in. Number 19 racing in there, Charlie Wall. Ryan kind of flubs on it, trying to get it out. Jack Merrill. Wall is able to fight through it, has possession, tries to take a hard angle shot, ends up hitting the stick and going wide. Jack Merrill. Jack puts it up for Ryan de Merchant. Everybody's kind of playing into the middle here, which I wouldn't advise. Thrown over for number 9, Ethan Mann. Thrown into the middle once again, still loose puck. Jack Merrill finds it. Trying to get it out to safety, thrown off the boards. It'll probably go for an icing unless Emmett gets there. Emmett gets a poke on it. Emmett and Shediac battling there. Shediac came out the best for it. Puck into the feet of the ref. Offside. Nope. Felix doesn't touch it. Cunningham. Jay Cunningham. Puck's moved down into the corner. Bowen Butcher up against Shediac. Both of them tying each other up. Butcher's able to move her over Felix. Felix behind the net. Felix has just about the best reaction time. Shot to Cunningham. He gets the shot on net, and it's just trickling there by the corner, but missed wide. 4:44 remaining of the first period. It's a 1-0 hockey game right now for Sussex Rangers. Wood here with a good opportunity. Straight lane to the puck, or to the net, but he kind of lost the puck there. Desjardins gets the shot on. Nolan with a block, or with a pad save. Felix up for Cunningham. Cunningham gains the zone, drops it back for Felix. Felix carrying it in. Felix getting tied up. Cunningham takes a big shot, goes across the crease. Back for Cooper Gregg, who just puts it into the corner. This is McIntosh. McIntosh puts it around Cooper, goes for a race. Jack Merrill goes, covers for him, picks up the puck. Cunningham just crosses that red line, throws it in on the net. Cash Sink leaves it for his players. Big pass up for McIntosh, picked off by a Rangers player. Battle down here in front of us. Jack Merrill down low into the zone. Puck comes across the front. Parker McLaughlin plays up for Nate Adair. Ben Gay with it. Ben Gay throws it out. Rhett Proctor picks it up. Rhett gets a hold of it. Big wrist shot in. Should have been ice. Played around. Ben Gay with it. Ben Gay up to Desjardins. Desjardins got the whole green team on him. Shot from way out. Bad save. Nolan's going to cover that up. 51 seconds left of the first period. It is a 1-0 hockey game. Final minute of the first period. Face-off coming up. Lincoln Smith versus Emmett Tabor. Sawyer's got possession. Shea Surratt moves it up for Emmett. Emmett trying to get down there. Hat gets in his way. Sawyer turns, fires on the net, and Cash going to cover that up. 30 seconds remaining on the clock of the first period, and it is a 1-0 hockey game. Sussex Rangers over Fredericton Outlanders. Sawyer puts it down low. Comes Emmett, turns, fires, in the feet. 14 seconds. Just Kind of bouncing puck. Fredericton gets possession. 6 seconds left. Not a lot of time here. Geez, Horncastle. I was going to say, Horncastle looked like he just kind of snuck across that line a little early. 2 seconds left of the period. Face off outside. Lincoln Smith on the draw. Jay Cunningham up against him. Sometimes with the 2 second clock thing, it's kind of a matter when the clock starts, how dangerous it can be, but not a lot of time to do much. Able to turn fire towards the net, but doesn't get there. And that's the end of one. Sussex comes out with a 1-goal lead. Old AC/DC, eh? We're muted right now?
No. We're live.
Okay, cool. I'm going to give a shout out to a few of our sponsors here. I see we have Dumas, Maximum Signs, Global Windows and Doors, Moncton Plumbing Supplies, Loomer Electric, GL Wood Products, Edmund Ganong Limited, Pierre Cormier Construction, Oyster Kings, Prime Hockey, and that's not all of them, but this tournament up here in Shediac, well hosted by Shediac. I'm really impressed with the group. They've done a fantastic job for all of us. This has been a great weekend of hockey. Here we are, we're ready to start the second period. Just getting 15 minutes up on the clock, ready to go. Here we are, we're underway, second period. Sussex with a 1-goal lead right now. Down into the Sussex zone, West Tabor with it. West Tabor's going to come out through the middle. Puts it up for Felix Travis. Felix Travis moves it over for Cunningham, picked off by a Fredericton player. Butcher waiting for his guy to get onside, throws it in. Moved up for Wall. Wall goes hard across, hits his man. Shot, Nolan's going to leave it there. I think he wanted to cover it, but he didn't have possession. Moves up for Felix. Felix into the middle for Cunningham. Cunningham chips it in, goes for the chase. Cunningham. Butcher, backhand wide. Again, Cohen Butcher's been our highest scorer for the second half of the season, but we've been teasing him quite a bit this tournament for missing the net. Slide, baseball slide to get onside for Fredericton. Here comes Wall. Wall, nice play over. Great attempt there to get it over to number 9, Ethan Mann. Just didn't quite connect. Shot high over the net. Here comes Wall, still trying to drive the net. Felix got it now though. Felix goes across for Butcher. Butcher throws it in deep. Play way up for Desjardins. Gets into his feet. Nate Adair gets there first. Battle down below us. Parker McLaughlin takes a shot. It's going to go a little wide. O'Neill in there chasing McIntosh with it. McIntosh has it, moves it up for Desjardins. Desjardins across center. Desjardins driving wide, dangerous player. Again, he was the shootout winner for getting them to the Day of Champions. Cooper's got to get out of that net. Shot through traffic, misses wide. Bengay pitching. McIntosh covering back for him. It's going to come back for McIntosh. McIntosh winds up, shoots. Kind of rose up there. Cooper Gregg gets it out. Another shot. Lots of action towards the net. Ring around, nobody up there at the top right wing position. Sussex really pinned in here. It's up into the netting and out. That'll give the Sussex team a chance to change. Both teams go for a line change. Great job by the Fredericton team to keep the boys pinned in there. 12:26 remaining of the second period. It is a 1-0 hockey game for the Sussex Rangers. Lincoln Smith on the draw, and he will be up against Emmett Tabor. Chip back for Duguay. Duguay throws it in. Little stick on there by Lincoln Smith, kind of steered it wide. It's into the feet of Shea Surratt. He's not moving. Ryan DeMerchant comes, helps him out. He's got the puck. Everybody just kind of gave him space there. He turns and puts it up for Emmett Tabor. Emmett Tabor going to take a shot from way out with a wrist shot. Gets into the feet of the referee and stays in the zone. Luke Hatt moved it up. The Merchant keeps it in. Shea Surratt takes a shot, falls on his butt at the same time. Lincoln Smith drops off for Horncastle. Horncastle to the outside. Shea gets him a bump. Tying up. Lincoln Smith tries to center it, but only our guy's there. Sawyer Tremblett comes out, puts it up for Ryan DeMerchant. Ryan DeMerchant, nice little poke there by number 14, which is Luke Hatt. I think he's the captain, actually. Shot on net, weird angle, right into the glove. Cash Sink makes it look real easy. That was a dangerous play. Puck's dropped. And puts it in low. Brett Proctor. Brett's going to put it around the boards. Stopped there by number 5, Walker Wood. Back to the point. Goes in. Rhett gets a stick on it. Runs into Wood. Oh, I think he's hurt again. I kind of see him grimace there. Yeah, he's hopping. He's going off. Shot by Cunningham. Hits the glass high. Yeah, I think Brett just re-injured himself. He's laying on the bench now. Felix Travis with it. Felix moves it towards the net. Jack Merrill. Nice job by Wes Tabor there, able to kick it up to Felix. Wes has got it. He's going to fire it in. Felix gets back on side. Fredericton has the zone right now. Puts it up for Wood. Wood tries to throw it in, kind of left there by Tabor for Wall. Wall's got a passing option. He's going across for it. Nolan comes out, cuts it off. Here comes Parker McLaughlin. Jack, you gotta get there. Battle. Back to the point for Bengay. Bengay just back along the wall. Wes Tabor gets a stick on it, puts it over Jack Merrill. Jack tries to go across the middle. Felix gets it. They're still struggling to get it out. Parker falls down and then gets run over by his own player. Here comes the Fredericton team the other way. Desjardins. He's got Smith with him. Shot, goal. I think it was Desjardins' shot. Because it was right on the inside of the post and then fell right down on the line there. But Connor Desjardins with the goal. I think he had Blythe there as a distraction. It looked like he was going to go over to Blythe, number 15. But never ends up doing it. Takes the shot, gets the goal, and we have a tie hockey game. 9:17 remaining of the second period. 1-1 hockey game. Fredericton wins it back. This line once again having a little trouble getting pinned in the Sussex zone. Brett's back out there. Again, he had to go off. Kind of crumpled when he got there last time. I'm surprised to see him on the ice this fast. Desjardins, second shot, goal. Desjardins, 2 goals in this one shift. I'm a little surprised we're not changing up that line. Fredericton Outlanders take the lead. We had a line that got pinned in there hard. We sent them back out. They let in the goal. And we had an injured defenseman we sent back out with that line, and we let in a second goal. Two-1 hockey game. Up for Jack. Jack's gonna move it back. Duguay lines it up. Grady Duguay fires it in. Shea Surratt. Shea back to Hat. Hat. Nolan covers it up. .8:21 remaining of the second period. It is a 2-1 hockey game for the Fredericton Outlanders over the Sussex Rangers. Lincoln Smith up against Jay Cunningham. Felix trying to get a hold of it, can't. Jack Merrill with it now. Jack comes out of the zone. Jack tries to go across the Butcher. Stopped at the line, it is offside. 8:09 remaining. Cunningham. Grady Duguay tries to go through quite a few bodies, ends up falling down, losing the puck. Shea Surratt, wrist shot. Saved by Cash, scored by Jay Cunningham. Great job by Shea Surratt to put it in from the back end. Jay Cunningham finds that rebound and he's able to put it in. Shea Surratt, the only player on the Sussex team without a goal, but he does that play so often to get that nice little shot down on the pad and leaves it there for another guy to come in and get a goal. Like sometimes taking the great big clapper over the net doesn't pay off. The little wrist shot onto the pad sometimes is the better choice. And we have a tie hockey game at 7:51 of the second period. Curry. Going Butcher. Butcher up for Cunningham. Cunningham, great little job by Shediac there to tie him up. Backhand there by Butcher trying to get to the center, but it's picked off by Weston Curry. Weston Curry's able to get down, but it will go for an ice. 7:18 remaining in the second period, and we have a tie hockey game 2-2. Sussex Rangers, Fredericton Outlanders, again, the Provincial semi-final from U13 AA. Parker McLaughlin out there. O'Neill. O'Neill able to move it up. Parker's got it. Brett Proctor able to put it back in. O'Neill. Here they go the other way. Desjardins with an opportunity. He had 2 goals last time he was out here. Shot saved by the blocker of Nolan. Able to get it out. Rolling puck on its side. It's no icing. O'Neill chasing down in there. Again, it'd be nice to get a big shift out of these guys. I've given them a little bit of grief for the last 2 shifts they had. Here comes Parker. I think this is Horncastle able to put it around. Might have been Bengay actually. Desjardins with it again. Over for Jack Merrill. Broken up by a shot, goal. McIntosh, 5-hole. Great little poke in there to get the puck. Desjardins able to move it over for McIntosh. McIntosh takes the shot, and they get a 5-hole goal again. That's 3 goals on that line. Here we go, Ryan DeMerchant. We got a 1-goal deficit here. It's 5:54 remaining of the second period. Here comes Lincoln Smith. He was leading the team, but I don't think he is anymore. Desjardins likely is. He had 2 goals before, I think. Now he must have 4. Just got an apple on that one too. Thrown in, loose puck. Still loose. Bounces up over the net. Sawyer. Shot just over the net. Good job by Jackets that last second. Davison was almost gone with it. Cuts across the line there. Davison gets it. He's going to go off the boards. Cooper Gregg's going to be the first one there. Cooper chips it back for Jack. Just bounces over his stick. Davison. Horncastle. Ryan DeMerchant really tying him up here, risking a penalty. Back to Curry. Curry behind the net. Moves it up for Davison. Smith gives it to our team. Felix. Curry just kind of gets in his way. Back to Shea Surratt. Shea Surratt just going to throw it in. Jack. Oh! Good attempt by Cunningham over the net. Oh, comes back to him though. Rhett Proctor's going to fire it in. Misses everything. Just going to ice it, settle things down. 3:56 remaining of the second period. Fredericton Outlanders lead by 1. 3-2 hockey game. Cunningham on the draw. Kind of loses his own feet. Back to Surratt. Surratt's able to hold that line. Cunningham battles through. Bengay with it. Bengay off the boards, gets it out. Shea Surratt's looking over for Rhett. Decides to go the other way with it. Throwing it. Woods able to keep it at the outside, to not go offside. Woods got it now. Wood comes across. Kind of puck handles it too many times on the line there, risking an offside. Into their feet. Wood comes out with it. Wood still got it. Shea Surratt's able to give a whack on it. Back to Hugh Connolly. Loose puck. Shot. Goal. That was a soft one. Ethan Mann shoots it through the goalie, and it is a 4-2 hockey game. Remaining of the second period. Fredericton leading by 2. Emmett Tabor on the draw. Puck down behind the net. I don't know how, there's always a big response when the guy blows the wheel into the boards, but here we are. Desjardins, hard angle shot. No one gets a piece of it. Shot again, goal. McIntosh gets the rebound, scores. 5-2 hockey game. We haven't pulled the goalie yet this year, but we might do it now. We've dug ourselves a bit of a hole here from the Sussex perspective. Back to the line. Desjardins over for Blythe. Blythe shot. Nolan, glove save. Gonna hang on to it. Score hasn't been updated on the board yet, but it is a 5-2 hockey game. Desjardins right on the doorstep, shoots, save, rebound, goal. This line has let in 4 goals in the last 3 shifts. 2:38 remaining. Hockey game. If we're matching our third line up with the Desjardins Blythe line over and over and over again, it's a great matchup for Oromocto, or for the Fredericton Outlanders. Desjardins, I think one of the strongest players, if not the strongest player. Again, he's got the matchup he wants. They are the home team, so they get last change. Bone Butcher. Jack kicks it in. Horncastle, nice little moves. Good job by Shediac, and that's off. He's looking for a call. 2:06 remaining of the second period. It's a 6-2 hockey game. This is Provincial's semifinal. Face-off's going to be out in the neutral zone. Jack Merrill with it. Jack moves up to Horncastle. Lincoln Smith just hanging right onto that stick. Holding onto the stick again. I don't know how they're letting this go. Oh, they aren't. Penalty coming up. Butcher with it. They're going to reset. They get a touch on it, and it will be a penalty coming up against the Fredericton team. It might be 2 if they keep it up. Emmett really doesn't need to get in there and get involved. .135 remaining of the second period. It is a 6-2 hockey game. Back to the point. Wesley Tabor with that, lines it up, grabs the puck, a little wide. I see a hand go up. I have no idea what that was. It's going to be against the Fredericton team. Referee saw something there I didn't. It's going to be a 5-on-3. For a minute 48 for the Sussex team. Might be time for a little bit of special teams. I'd consider doing a timeout here and line up the guys who want it there. Back for Rep Proctor. Brett over for Wesley. Wesley shoots wide of the net. It's going to go out of the zone, I think. Nope, able to just stop on the line. Brett over for Wesley, bounce over stick. Just backhanded into the zone. Again, 5-on-3 power play here. The main thing you got to do on a 5-on-3 is just keep possession. Emmett out front, fans on the puck. Wesley's going to get it again, possess it. Moves it up for his brother Emmett. Wood with it. Wood, if he's got time, he might as well just skate with the puck. The Merchant. Merchant gets it back. Merchant throws it across the crease. Emmett Tabor. Emmett moves it back for his brother Wesley. Wesley Tabor. Wesley over for Brett. Takes the shot and misses a little wide. Back for Wesley again. Wesley puts it over for Emmett. Across the crease, nobody there. Wesley gets it back. Wesley, shot. Nice block. I think the whistle's just for a hurt player.
Time's out.
Oh, never mind. Period's over. Okay, that is the end of 2. Sussex dug themselves quite a hole there. I'm going to end the Bobski stream and come back for the 3rd period. If you want to see what's going on, just stay with the Goatee Sports page. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Again, look back in a couple minutes. Welcome back for the third period of the Provincial semi-final game. If you're finding this later in life, this is the 2025-26 New Brunswick Provincial semi-final. It is the Fredericton Outlanders versus the Sussex Rangers. Fredericton have come out hot. They've got a lot of goals in that second period. It is a 6-2 hockey game. 15 minutes left of this game. It is a 5-on-3 power play right now for the Sussex Rangers for the next 24 seconds, and then they'll have another 12 seconds of 5-on-4. We got Chase Blythe out there against Emmett Tabor. Puck's about to drop, and we're about to be underway. Sawyer's able to put it in deep again. I think the main thing for a 5-on-3 is to possess the puck. Kind of bounces towards Cash Sink. Cash Sink gets his hand on it. He keeps it. 15 seconds remaining of the 5-on-3. You got Horncastle and Bengay ready to come out of the box here. Blythe brings it around. Jack Merrill. Jack moves it over for Cunningham. Cunningham shoots, scores! Cunningham with the goal. Narrowing the lead to 3. 5-on-3, power play goal, 4 seconds left of it. That will bring Horncastle out of the box, and there will be another 16 seconds of power play here. 14:40 remaining of the second period is a 3-6 hockey game. Goal by Jay Cunningham. Blythe up against Cunningham still. Desjardins, he's been a monster for this team today. All year, really. Here comes Jack Merrill. He moves it up for Cunningham. Cunningham crosses the blue line. He's got Butcher on the far side, but he's got a lot of guys to go through to get to him. Back behind the net. Felix has it. Felix gets tied up. Tripped up. I don't think the referees are going to want to call too many penalties where it was just a 5-on-3. They probably want to settle things down a little bit. It's a bit of a trip there. Thrown into the penalty box. And it's 14:07 left of the third period, the final period, and it's a 6-3 hockey game. Fredericton leading. Face off in the neutral zone. 5-on-5 hockey. Cunningham up for Butcher. Butcher tries to go way across for Felix. Felix will get to it first. Felix Travis being narrowed into the boards there by Curry. Still has it. Loses it to Curry. Curry's coming out off the boards. Shediac gets a piece of it. It's trickling into the zone. Jack Merrill's the first one there. Penalty coming up for hooking against the Fredericton team. Jay Cunningham. Jay. This coach is quite fired up. Again, he's got a significant lead still here to play with. It has been several penalties against his boys in a row, but I wouldn't say they were undeserved. I would say he was lucky not to have a 5-on-3 a little before that. There was a lot of roughhousing going on, we'll say. Jack over for Shea Surratt. Shea throws it into the crowd, loose puck still. It's being sat on by the player there. .149 remaining of the power play, 13:14 remaining of the game. It's a 6-3 hockey game for the Fredericton Outlanders. Chase Blythe up against Emmett Tabor. Hugh Connolly. Hugh Connolly does a good job throwing it out. It's going to go the length. No one's going to leave it there for Rep Proctor. Rep Proctor plays it up. Blythe picks it off. Blythe shoots wide of the net. Short-handed opportunity. Chip back in. Emmett's getting his feet. Over for Rhett. Rep Proctor. Rhett leaves it for Sawyer. Sawyer's just going to play it in deep. Ryan DeMerchant behind the net. DeMerchant out for Emmett. Loose puck still. Fredericton has it. I think this is McIntosh. No, it's Lincoln Smith. He's being encouraged to ice it, but at the same time he's doing a great job burning the clock there. Abram Davison throws it up. Emmett's got it. Emmett throws it right to the other team. Sawyer just going to throw it on net. Again, this is a Sussex power play, and we're down 3 goals. We have to get something set up here. Fredericton does a good job getting it back down. Jack Merrill's going to get it. Jack moves it up for Felix. Felix takes a look, tries to go over for Butcher, but he gets Cunningham in the foot. Rhett Proctor gains the zone. Rhett into traffic, goes down, looks at the referee, hits the boards. Jack Merrill, sorry. Jay with it now though. Shot over the net. Butcher's gonna go back behind the net for Felix. Felix back to Butcher. Butcher takes the shot, misses the net. Jack Merrill back down deep for Felix, at full strength now. Jay pokes it forward. Jay just keeps muscling it, gets it over for Felix Travis. Felix out for Butcher. Butcher shoots, scores. And it's a 6-4 hockey game. Nice play by Felix Travis from behind the net. Out to Cohen Butcher. Cohen Butcher puts it home. Here's the replay on GoT Sports. Out to Butcher. Butcher shoots, scores. And we've narrowed the lead to 2 with 11 minutes left of a hockey game. Again, I wouldn't say the Sussex team is a high-scoring team generally, but the momentum may have shifted here. Again, the Fredericton team has got to get a little bit more disciplined here. They're taking a couple bad penalties, and that's hurt them. They still have a significant lead here. They can certainly hang on to it. Jack Merrill pinching in. Jack trying to get it through the crowd. Good job by the Fredericton team not letting that through. William Siddick gets it out of the danger zone back to the line. Siddick carries it in. Cooper Gregg's going to go way across for Jack. Jack up for Emmett. Ryan DeMerchant. Going down into their zone. Charlie Walls, the first guy to it, tries to do a pass out front. Ryan DeMerchant just launches his body across the crease there, takes the puck out with it. Jack moves it up for Emmett Tabor. Emmett Tabor, he's got no passing option, goes for a hard angle shot. Cash Zink is there for it. Line change comes up. Nate Adair pinching in. Back to the line, West Tabor. West up to Nate. Nate trying to get it onside here. Or offside if you touch it. Offside. 9:42 remaining of the third and final period. Is a 6-4 hockey game for the Fredericton Outlanders over the Sussex Rangers. Chase Blythe on the draw. It's Parker McLaughlin out there. Move over for McIntosh. This is that same matchup again of the McIntosh Desjardins line up against the McLaughlin Co-O'Neill Nate Adair line. Hopefully this one goes a little better. Brett tries to thread the needle there, isn't able to. Nate Adair. Nate Adair is like a dog in a fight. He's one of the best players you're going to find. He's a 2015, so he's an underage player able to play up. Lincoln Smith over the net. Desjardins. Nate's just gonna throw it out. Goes for the line change. Good shift by the boys. Up to Parker McIntosh. McIntosh, hard angle shot, hits the netting. Felix. Jack Merrill. Jay Cunningham. Jay gets to center. Fires. Oh! Good attempt there. Cash Sink gets his glove on it. It did end up going through, but wide of the net. Butcher. Butcher just going to backhand it in. Lincoln Smith. Shea Surratt moves up for Butcher. Butcher into the zone, gets cut off by the captain, Hat. Butcher takes a little swing at him. I wouldn't advise it. High stick. Now we can't even touch the puck. I can blame the kids for swinging their sticks at the puck in the air, but when you get to junior old timer, all the old guys do it too, and it's a penalty in old timer, so something everybody always wants to do. Face off down in their zone. Siddick tries to throw it in. Sawyer. Oh, nice attempt by Sawyer. If that could have got past the stick of Curry there, it would have been a great breakaway chance for Ryan DeMerchant. Into the Fredericton zone. Curry with it. Plays over for Horncastle. No ice. Touch the Sussex player last. Jack Merrill's going to get there first, potentially. They come out with it though. Out front, save. That was Abram Davison. Ryan DeMerchant. DeMerchant brings it into the zone. Nice pass over Sawyer Tremblay. Sawyer shoots over the net. 24 square feet of net there to hit. Emmett shoots. Cash in with the save. 6:24 remaining of the hockey game. 6-4 hockey game. Here's the replay on Goatee Sports. Gets him over. Nice coverage there by Zink. Cuts down the angle. Doesn't give him much to shoot at. There we go. Face off in the Fredericton zone. Over for Benjay. Loses the puck out front. Shoot. Wide. Nice attempt by Cohen Neal. Parker McLaughlin. Parker loses the puck a little bit, puts it over for Wesley Tabor. Wesley Tabor, wrist shot, knocked down by Wood. Bengay with it. Over for Curry, I believe. Curry up for man. Good job by Cohen Neal. Nate Adair, brought down, still fighting for it. Fredericton team able to move it up. Charlie Wall. He's got man with him. Brett holds up, man gets the puck, goes back to Wall, out front. Stick breaks. That was a great opportunity for Fredericton, wide open in the slot. And now we're just trying to throw it out. Felix gets tripped pretty good and hooked. Nothing coming. Pat off the boards. Battle here down in front of us. McIntosh with it. McIntosh takes a shot. Rebound. Another save. Out to McIntosh again. Again, McIntosh had a big game here. Here comes Butcher. Butcher tries to go way over for Felix. Cunningham realized it wasn't for him and let it go by. Nice little poke there by Desjardins. Desjardins still fighting his way through. Horncastle there. Cunningham trying to backhand it over for Butcher. Does get it over there, but it misses. Back to Cooper Gregg. Cooper Gregg throws it in. Oh, good attempt to tip up there by Jay Cunningham. Almost snuck over the goalie, but Cash Sink on the ball. He's able to find that. Running the clock down here to 4:25. And Jay Cunningham on the draw. It's a 6-4 hockey game. William Siddick puts it around, no. Jack Merrill up for Cunningham. Cunningham with the puck. Way up to Butcher. Butcher's got a lane here. Siddick's on him though. Siddick flies by. Curry able to get to the outside. Jack Merrill covering up for Coop. Gets over, breaks up the play. Good attempt by Curry there, almost at a breakaway. Here comes Jay Cunningham with it now. Play up for Felix. Goalie's been pulled. 3 minutes, 47 seconds left of the game. Back to the point. I hope our guys realize that we don't have a goalie. Oh, never mind. We aren't pulling the goalie for that. There was a penalty coming up. I wasn't paying attention to the referee. So this will be another power play for the Sussex team. They were able to make good on the last ones. This will be Lincoln Smith again, who coming into this game was their top point getter. There's 3:36 remaining of the game. There's a 2-goal lead being held by the Fredericton Outlanders. Power play. There's no games to be played today. There's no plus minus or anything else that matters this time. Goalie is sitting. 3:36 remaining. We're going to go 6-on-4. The one advantage Fredericton's going to have here is they can ice the puck towards the net without any kind of repercussion. If anybody's wondering why there's music playing during the play, it's a team warming up for the next game to the right of us with a loudspeaker. Shipped out. Thrown into the box. Goes into the penalty box. 3:24 remaining. Hey boys! Hey boys! It's offside. Boys have to line it back up. Again, open net here. Moved over for Sawyer. Sawyer, shot attempt. Shot over the net. 2:30 remaining of this hockey game. 52 seconds remaining of the power play. Over for Rhett Proctor. Rhett is going for the pass over for Jack. Jack pinching down low. Again, we don't have a goalie in. We're down to the last couple minutes here. Emmett Tabor. Oh, nice little try by Emmett. Cast and bite though. They're able to throw it down. 22 seconds left of the power play. Brett Proctor with the puck. Brett Proctor gonna drive. Shot right of the net. Shot towards the net. It's under Zink. It was underneath of him. He's able to bring the puck out with him. 1:42 remaining of the game. 6 seconds left of the power play. Good attempt there by the Sussex team. Again, Cash Zink didn't bite on a couple of those deeks, and he was able to get the puck underneath of him. We're going to leave Cunningham as the center. No, McKay was going to take the draw. Little slack there. Thrown towards the net. Blythe's coming in. Oh, you got to make very good passes when you don't have a goalie in. Puck's able to get out of the Sussex zone. Off of Emmett's face, which is the best spot for it. Comes back. Chaserette's got a minute 14 to get something done here. 2 goals we need. Drove into the sides. Again, they're happy to just eat the clock. 1:03 on the clock. Emmett Tabor battling. Fredericton team not sitting back. Shot just wide. Second attempt by Butcher. A lot of extra body slamming and whatnot going on there. 50 seconds remaining of the hockey game. Fredericton with a 2-point lead here. That's been empty since the 3:47 mark. Oh, picked off by Desjardins. Desjardins looking at that net. Jay goes way up for Butcher. Butcher thrown towards the net. Zink with the save. Rebound cleared out of there by Bengay. Back for Felix Travis. Felix Travis. That probably would have been on target if it didn't hit the shin pad on the way through. It's off a Sussex player, no ice. Drop back for Jack Merrill. Jack Merrill with it. Jack loses it. Shot. Goal. 8 seconds left. 7-4. It was a great season for the Sussex Rangers team. Again, they were able to take down their league championship. They were able to sneak themselves into the semifinals, but it looks like this will be the end. The Fredericton team, Outlanders, had a big season themselves. They were second in the league the whole way through, pretty much behind the Ice Dogs, and they have a good chance of continuing on to face either the Ice Dogs or the Louisville Lightning here. 3 seconds counting down on the clock. Desjardins skates it out, and that's it. Congratulations to the Fredericton Outlanders, who are going into the championship for New Brunswick Provincials, U13 AA. Big congratulations for them. Again, they came up short in the Day of Champions against the Rangers. It was a loss I know they want to avenge, and they were able to do it today, and they did it convincingly. Again, good season by the Sussex boys. Again, you look at population-wise, it seems like Sussex with just 4,000 people going up against these big cities and stuff. They're really hanging in there. This group of kids, this age group, have really done well for themselves. But today is Fredericton's day. They have another game to play. Coming up next here on GoT Sports will be the other semifinal game, which will be the Louisville Lightning versus the Fredericton Ice Dogs. Tune in for that. We're going to drop it here for the Bobski channel. Jay Cunningham getting the MVP for the Sussex Rangers in this game. Again, he had a huge coming out there in the second period, really almost put us back into the game. I would say a combination of McIntosh and Desjardins for the other side. Connor Desjardins. He was a monster in this one. Well, thank you, everybody. Again, tune in shortly.